So progress has been made. I got the hood strap solution fixed. I sacrificed a ratchet strap, but the heavy canvas kind. And I can now take the hood, and this is scary to do, but I can drop it. And I can trust it. That hood probably weighs 40 some pounds. So that's awesome. I drilled a hole up through the center of that bowl holder, or gun holder, and ran a bolt up in there, got a bolt hot, ran it in there, carved threads into the plastic, put some Loctite on the threads, snugged it up. That's solved. Now I'm trying to get the drive assembly here working. The problem I thought I had the other day was that the chain was loosening up when I would put it under load, try to get the machine rolling. I thought the chain was loosening up, and then it was skipping on that gear on the chain case. So I thought, okay, I need a tensioner and blah blah blah. Turns out that my farm supply store only has sprockets for a 40 chain, and that's a 41. Now, from everything I read online as far as ordering clutches and stuff like that, the ads would say works with a 41, 40 chain, blah blah blah, and it's almost made it sound like they were like pretty close to one and the same, so it didn't matter. It matters. The chain is fully engaged on the engine, on the clutch, but on the jack shaft, it's skipping out of the teeth. And that's a 41 chain that I have. I think I have a 40 chain here, but now I'm worried that, okay, so I put a piece of 40 chain on there. Now is it going to skip on the drive gear on the engine? The problem is if I have to find a 41 sprocket for the chain case, what I ended up doing was going to my fleet farm and getting a weld-on sprocket. So that meant I had to buy the gear, or the sprocket, and the center hub, weld the two together, and then I welded it to the jack shaft because there's no keyway or anything in there. So I welded it right to the jack shaft. So now if I have to change that sprocket on the chain case, I'm going to have to cut that sprocket off of there. I have to cut my welds and grind all the welds down smooth so that I can even slide the sprocket off the shaft. And that's not going to be fun. Never fails. The compressor's right here, right under the can. Never fails. So I'm not looking forward to that, if that's what I have to do. Not only that, but my farm store does not have a 41 sprocket. They carry 40s. So I think I found some 40 chain. It's in pretty rough shape. I'm soaking it right now to try to get all the sludge and grease off of it. So I might put a piece of 40 chain on there and see if it meshes better. Not only that, but the sprocket that I bought that you see laying right there, for the tensioner, to make the tensioner, that's for a 40 chain as well. So what I got to try to do is get that sprocket, the teeth of that sprocket, to fully seat in the chain, and then I don't think it'll skip. But right now it's just skipping. The machine is so heavy that it takes a lot of force to try to get this rolling. I'm sure if I put it up on jack stands and just spun the track, which I'm going to do anyway, because that track has never rotated in 40 years or more or less. So and I got to test and make sure my bogies work and my drive cog wheels work and everything like that. So I am going to put it up on jack stands and I'm going to run it and get that track spinning and just see what happens. But what I was trying to do is get it to at least roll a foot on the shop floor under its own power. And here it is, another day, and I still can't get it to do that. So yeah, today's going to be the mission to try to find the right sprockets. And of course, it's a Saturday, so Motion Industries is closed, and yeah, it might not happen.